Welcome back to the 2009 Skip Barber Karting Scholarship Shootout. I'm Bob Varsha with one of the defending champions of this event, Nick Andries, from right here in Florida. Nick, how much does it help you, having been through this process last year and having won a prize last year?
Well, I think winning a prize last year allowed me to get a lot more experience in the Skip Barber racing series, and so I did the whole, I could have done half the national season, but I couldn't get the rest of the money, and I kind of thought it through and figured out if I did the regional series, then I'd have a lot more experience in the car, and I would be eligible for the shootout again this year. So that was, so I think experience is what the biggest factor that I gained this last year, coming back again.
Because of that experience, if a young driver were to come to you and say, okay, you've been through this, what should I expect going to the karting shootout? What's the most important thing I should keep in mind as I vie for one of these scholarships?
Just to stay focused. It's a long week, and there's a lot of pressure, and there's things that you can control and there's things you can't control. So to focus on things you can control, for instance, your on-track performance, and just kind of let the results come. Just stay calm and focused.
For a young driver like yourself, going through a process like this, and meeting journalists and drivers and people from around the sport, has your perspective on racing changed over the last couple of years that you've been involved with Skip Barber? Not only about the sport itself, but about what your future in it might be? Oh,
definitely. Just for instance, this weekend we had a lot more media training than we had in the past at the shootout, and so and also the PRI show a few weeks ago with Ray Hall's with the RDBC. So definitely off the track stuff I've learned a lot more, especially from karting, where there's kind of less opportunity, or not less opportunity, but less likely for sponsorships and stuff like that. So.
And so now, what are your goals, no matter what happens at this year's shootout?
Just stay persistent. Obviously, the economy's not at its best time, but just keep looking for sponsors and keep going after it. And nothing comes easy anymore. So just no matter what happens, just never give up and keep looking forward and trying to find your way up to the top.
With that in mind, now that you're more than halfway through this year's shootout, how has this year gone for you?
It's gone great. I really enjoyed the new activities that Skip Barber has put on for us, and I feel good right now that I'm in a good position because I've been near the top of the time sheets all weekend, but I also have room to progress, and that's one of the big things that they look for, I think, is progression, not just the guy that goes out on the first session and is blistering fast, and then towards the end of the weekend he's still blistering fast, and he hasn't grown at all. And once you're here, you have no room to grow, and the guy that's here can progress, and so I think that's one of the qualities that they look for.
Let's talk about the family side of your racing a little bit. You're a middle child, you've got a sister, you've got a brother, mom and dad involved. What role does racing play in their lives?
A huge part. They were into racing long before I was even thought of. On my mom's side, my grandfather started racing in New York, and mostly a lot of my family's into stock car stuff and the local Saturday night stuff, but it kind of gets kind of sketchy there sometimes. So that's why I kind of like this kind of stuff and kind of stick to my own. My family's over here race stock cars, and Nick's over here being a little bit more successful, I think, and doing his own thing. But then my dad's side, he was into motocross a lot when he was younger until he broke his back, which is he thought it was pretty dangerous. So that's one of the decisions that kind of got me into karting and stuff like that, because I thought it was a little bit more safer and didn't want me to end up similar to his accidents.
So that's Nick, the road racing black sheep of the Andries family. Nick, congratulations and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.